it's Ryan from 2minutetennis.net, and in this video, I'm going to show you what you can learn from the David Ferrer return of serve to help improve your return. This video is courtesy of 12KGP Tennis on YouTube. Make sure you give him a sub. So I am really excited about this video. We're just seeing some really cool things that you can copy to help improve your return of serve. Now, first, this is a first serve from the server. And these are just practice points that they're playing at Indian Wells. I just want you to look at the distance between the baseline and David Ferrer. Now, he is not planning on returning serve this far back. All we have to do is just watch his movement. Watch his movement forward. Look where he moves with his split step. Look at that forward movement. He's way behind the baseline. Now, this serve is missed, but look where he ends up. He ends up in the blue. He is inside the baseline. It's incredible, the forward movement that he uses. This is called attacking the return of serve. Don't just let the ball come to you. Attack it. You need to move forward. You want to get kind of fight fire with fire. So if you're planning on returning serve here, then start back here so you can go forward to that point. Again, you're fighting fire with fire. You're trying to attack and be aggressive with your return of serve. So he moves forward. The first serve is missed. So he moves back again. Again, look at him moving backward. When you return serve, do you go forward to the return or do you wait for the ball to come to you? Don't let the ball come to you. Go forward to the ball. Now, I'm going to show you something really simple. It's called split, turn, hit, step. Split, turn, hit, step. That's the order of events on the return of serve. So he goes forward. We look at the timing of his split step. Now, there is the ball being contacted right there. And that's actually slightly after the contact because the player's racket is right there. So that's after contact. Right there, after contact. Look at Ferrer. He is in the air. The proper timing of your split step, and I don't care if you're at the net, returning serve during a rally, your opponent's coming to the net, you're playing doubles, singles, it doesn't matter. The proper timing on the return of serve the split step is to be in the air as your opponent makes contact. One of the ways I explain it to my students on court is imagine when your opponent hits the ball that like an electric shock, like bzzz, like shocks the court for those few milliseconds, right? So you want to be off the court so you don't get shocked by that and zapped by that electricity. It's the same idea. You want to be off the court when your opponent is striking the ball. That means you're going to be landing on the front half of your foot, and you can see that. He's landing on the balls of his feet. You're landing after your opponent hits the ball. So he's moving forward. Remember where he started. He started way back here. Now he's going forward to this return. So now he gets a backhand. Now remember, it's split, turn. Now he's going to hit, and now his front foot steps. So this foot hits the ground as the last thing he does in the return of serve sequence. Let's go over this again. Watch David Ferrer. Don't watch the server. Just watch the returner, David. There's the split. He turns, he hits, then his front foot hits the ground. So he is hitting the ball, then his front foot hits the ground. It's really important that you have that timing. Split, turn, hit, step. Now, when he returns serve and he's done with the return, look how far forward he's gone. Here he's about 8 feet behind the baseline. When he's done hitting the backhand, he's finishing 1.5 feet in front of the baseline. So he's gone forward a good 9 feet. Now, he needs to recover back to the center, but he's not going to recover parallel to the net. He's going to move backward. He's going to move backward so that he can play the next ball and he's not in no man's land. So you should be recovering, but you're going to recover slightly back. What I typically see amateur players, recreational players do is they stay passive when they return serve. So they don't go forward the way David did, and they just go across. You want to go forward and then recover going back. Watch it one more time. He goes forward, split. There's the contact right there. He's in the air when contact is made. He lands after contact. What that does is it synchronizes when your brain reacts to where the ball is going with when your feet hit the ground. So you have this little bounce when your feet hit the ground, and then you can explode in any direction. So that's the proper timing on the split step. He turns, And the backswing is very short, very abbreviated, makes contact, steps. So the last thing he does is get that right foot to hit the ground. Right foot is the last thing that happens. And then he quick side steps to get back to the center. One last thing, because it's one thing to mechanically and technically do the right techniques and the grip and the footwork, but you've got to have strategy. I want you to notice this. This is something that I teach all of my students, is to aim down the middle, deep down the middle with your return of serve. The goal is to pin the ball right on your opponent. Check this out. This is exactly what he does. Most of your servers, most of your opponents, I should say, when they serve, they come into the court on their serve. Unless you're very new to tennis and your opponents stay behind the baseline. Once you get up to kind of an intermediate level and higher, your opponents fall forward into the court. So if you can hit your return very deep, you kind of jam them. Watch this. The ball gets right at his feet and he gets pushed back. He ends up missing this return. You would think that hitting down the middle is very passive and defensive. It's not, especially when you can hit the ball very deep to their feet, catch them off guard, and then you actually win a lot more of those points rather than thinking that you've got to hit down the line or cross court, and they actually get to move aggressively into position to get that shot. Hitting down the middle is actually a very good strategy and can pin them and jam them, which is exactly what happened. All right, so let's watch this sequence, this return of serve sequence from David Ferrer 3 times in a row, and I just want you to soak it in. Learn from this so that you can apply it to your return of serve. So just remember, we're looking to be aggressive moving forward. And if your opponent misses the serve, then move back again because you're planning on going forward into the court to return serve. See if you can do the split, turn, hit, and then your front foot steps as the last thing you do. See if you can aim down the middle in singles and then recover back to the center with some side steps. You use the return of serve strategy that you just saw from David Ferrer. There is no doubt you're going to gain confidence, win more matches, and play much better tennis. This is Ryan Reedy from 2MinuteTennis.net. You got this.